Have you ever told everyone about something big you wanted to do, and then somehow the motivation faded away? Sometimes when we speak too much about our dreams, they start losing their power. In a quiet village surrounded by dusty roads and small markets lived a young man named Samir. He was known for his big ideas. Every few weeks, Samir would discover a new passion. One month he wanted to start a bakery, the next he dreamed of becoming a painter, and after that he planned to build furniture. But Samir had a habit that no one questioned. He announced every dream loudly before even taking the first step. He would stand in the village square and say, "Just wait. I will open the most successful bakery this village has ever seen." People smiled, praised him, and filled his heart with excitement. That night he felt proud, almost as if he had already succeeded. But the next morning, when real work was waiting, his energy felt strangely gone. Days passed and nothing happened. Soon he moved on to another dream. Again he gathered people. Again he spoke with confidence. Again he received applause. And once more the dream quietly disappeared. Years passed like this. His words were always strong, but his hands remained empty. Deep inside, Samir began to feel frustrated and confused. "Why do I never finish anything?" he wondered. One evening, as the sun melted into shades of orange, Samir sat alone near a small stream. An old gardener, a man respected for his calm nature, sat beside him. The gardener rarely spoke, yet his presence carried wisdom. He asked gently, "Why does your face look so heavy, my son?" Samir sighed. "I have many dreams, but none of them survive. I start with fire, but it quickly dies." The gardener listened carefully. "Tell me," he said, "what do you do when a new dream enters your mind?" Samir replied, "I tell everyone. I want people to believe in me." The gardener smiled softly and said, "Come to my garden tomorrow morning." The next day the gardener held two tiny seeds. He handed one to Samir. "Plant this quietly." Samir placed it into the soil and covered it. The gardener lifted the second seed high and called nearby children. "Look, everyone, this seed will become a great tree." The children clapped with delight. Then he placed the seed on a stone under the open sky. Days passed. The buried seed was watered daily in silence. Slowly, a fragile green sprout emerged. No announcements, no applause, just steady care. Meanwhile, the seed on the stone dried under the sun and vanished. The gardener said, "Dreams are like seeds. When they are new, they are weak. They need protection, patience, and silence. When you expose them too early, praise can trick your mind into feeling successful before you've done the work. That false satisfaction steals your drive." Samir felt something shift within him. He realized he had been feeding on compliments instead of progress. That night, he made a decision. He chose one small goal to craft a wooden bench. This time, he told no one. No speeches, no excitement shared, only quiet effort. Every evening he worked patiently. Some days were tiring, some days inspiring, but he continued because there was no audience, no pressure, only purpose. Weeks later, the bench stood complete. When his neighbor saw it, surprise filled his eyes. "When did you make this?" Samir smiled gently. Little by little. For the first time, he felt real pride, the kind built through action, not words. From that day, Samir changed. He stopped announcing. He started building. One project after another, his skill grew. People admired his work, but by then he no longer chased early praise. He had discovered something better, the quiet joy of progress. Now think about your own life. How many dreams lost their strength after being spoken too soon? How often did excitement replace execution? Not every dream needs an audience at the beginning. Some dreams grow best in silence. Protect them, nurture them with effort, and when the results are strong enough, they will speak for you. If this story made you pause and reflect, share it with someone who needs this reminder. Welcome to Dreams of Insight, where small lessons create big changes. Thank you for listening.